Hi everybody, and today we're gonna cook galushki. Galushki is Ukrainian food, but after my experience with chili con carne, I decided that I will better show you our usual food, food usual for my family, and what we eat every day. And I need to tell you that our menu consists of meals from different countries, but my granny was Ukrainian, and mostly our menu consists mostly of Ukrainian dishes. Ukrainian cuisine consists mostly of vareniki. Is the main vareniki is the main meal, I think, in Ukraine, and borscht. And Ukrainian borscht is different than Russian borscht, and they also cook different kinds of, not different, but one kind of very delicious self-made sausages. And first thing that Ukrainians love is lard. I can show you here. It's you can call it lard or bacon or fat. I think it's the same, and it can be with meat and without meat, just white part of lard. And Ukrainians love when it's salted, just salt and lard, and it needs to stay about 3 days, and then it's ready. And now I'm gonna tell you why Ukrainians love pork and fat. That's because rates of Tatars and Turks increased in 16th century, and these people started to seize the food from Ukrainians. And Ukrainians recognize that Turks and Tatars are Muslims, and it's forbidden for them to eat pork. And they started to grow only pigs, and since that time they love pork and lard and fat and so on. And my husband was laughing when my friends from Ukraine came to me, and she asked him to put her lard to our fridge. And she was traveling from Kiev to Crimea. Crimea was Ukrainian at the time. And from Crimea she came to us, to Moscow region, and she told that this piece of lard was from Kiev, and it was also traveling from Kiev to Crimea, from Crimea to Moscow region. And when she was going home, she took her lard with her back to Kiev. And I will add that my recipe of galushki is from Poltava region, because there are different kinds of recipes of galushki, and one kind, but they're normally all from dough, but my granny called other galushki klotski, and only this kind galushki. But I think maybe we'll just call them Poltava's galushki, and that will be better. So let's begin. And first of all, we need to take lard or fat or bacon. You can see here we've got half of fat and half of meat, and I've got another kind, only fat, and we cut it very small pieces. And now I take the onion, big one, big onion, and I need to cut it to small pieces also. So we took the frying pan and put here our lard, our fat and meat, and we put it to the gas stove and a little bit frying this, and after it we put here onions. And also fry it. The smell is amazing. And now we need to cut potatoes this way. And now we pour water to our potatoes and start to boil it. We're gonna cook our dough. We put here flour, but take the sieve and we make our flour through the sieve. Sieving our flour. Our flour is ready, and we take eggs. We make in a hole inside, in the middle, and we put here eggs. I think 2 or 3. I don't know the exact recipe. I'm making how I feel it, as my granny would make it. And now we take salt. We take salt. I put here salt. You can see it's enough or not enough. And after it we need vinegar and soda. And now we will make magic. We take, I think about, for this, it's about like this, soda. And after it we make vinegar. Magic moments. And in the end we need to put here, to pour here sour milk. Not sour cream, but sour milk. It's when you've got milk not so fresh, it becomes like we call it in Russia kefir. And you can take kefir, you can take you just leave your milk, your not so fresh milk in the kitchen for 1 day, and then you've got sour milk, and after it you can make you can put it to this meal, or you can make curds from this. And now we start to mix it a little bit inside, and after it we will put it on the table. And now we как там говорится, продолжаем, we continue to make our dough table, and I think it takes about 10 minutes or maybe even more. As my little Yasha says, пока не станет дурно, until you feel not so good. You make this. If you feel not so good, then it's ready. Dough is ready, and we make a bowl from it and make it this way and leave it for at least 15 minutes. While our dough is resting and our potatoes are boiling. I'm cutting the dill, and I've got parsley in the fridge. You can take what you like more. When our potatoes are almost ready, we need to put salt here. And now we start we open our dough. We start to form our galushki. We form our galushki, and I think I form them like the size like half of my palm. Now I formed 6. I don't know why I'm forming normally 6 galushki, and put them through boiling water with potatoes. Our potato bouillon. I don't know how much time do they need to be ready, but it's now past about 5 minutes, and they became twice bigger. And now I'm gonna show you how to check are they ready or not. This is the way of my granny was doing it. We take one to the plate and open it, and you can see the dough is not ready inside. A couple of minutes passed, and we tried one more time, and you can see it's ready. And now you must put them all to the plates, because otherwise they will not be good. Now we start to serve our meal. We put here galushka to the plate. Children can eat only one, and as for me, I can eat 2, or maybe sometimes even 3. And we put here potatoes. We put here bouillon, our potato bouillon. We take the spoon and put here our lard. Meat with onions. Lard, meat and onions. And we put here our green dill or parsley or what you want. So it's ready. Вкусное? Вообще супер. And now all the family eating our galushki. And my granny told me then when she was a little girl, they were living in the village, and they needed to work in the field, everyone, and all the boys and girls and women and men, they normally they were working in the field from early in the morning till late at night, and every day one member of the family was staying at home, and he or she was cooking galushki, and she was boiling, but they were not making it like soup, but they were just boiling galushki and bringing them and making this lard with onions, and bringing them to the field, and during the dinner they were eating galushki in the field. now you've seen I made galushki, and I've got some dough left, and now I will form пирожки from the same dough. It's easy and very tasty. I think I will make something like this, but normally I make balls like this. I've got here oil, very hot, oil, and we need to heat it until very hot temperature. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 balls, and I'm gonna form my пирожок now. Here I've got chicken meat. It's already ready, and I will put here a little bit of cheese and fresh green dill, or what you want, and we put it inside of our dough. We need to put it. I like when it's a lot. It's full of chicken and cheese inside. And now we start to form our пирожок. And we formed 2 пирожоks, and now we start to fry them in very hot sunflower oil. So our пирожки are ready. You can see they became twice bigger, and now I will show you what's inside. I'm gonna take the knife and 1 пирожок. Свет ты не загораживаешь? You can see the dough and cheese melted. Oh, I think the taste is very good. And the recipe of my dough I will write under this video. Amount of rates of Turks and Tatars increased in Ukraine, and they started to and I'm gonna tell you now why Ukrainians love pork and fat, and I think that's еще раз. And now I'm gonna tell you why Ukrainians love pork and fat, and that's because in the 16th century. Все уже. Лев, ну как галушки получились?
Очень хорошо. Наверное, я еще не попробовала.
Ты еще не попробовала?
Мама,
Да.
у меня вот окотки мокрые.